So one of the big challenges I think that everybody is facing in our business today, because many agencies, if most, are operating to some degree in a virtual environment today because of COVID-19, even though they don't really want to be doing that. I mean, maybe that's not their permanent business model. But we're all faced with having to build culture, develop teamwork and esprit de corps and all those kinds of things where we can't be physically together. You built your agency from the beginning that way. What are some of the things you've learned about how to build culture and teamwork virtually?
I think that this question brings me back to my original point of how we kind of hire across state lines is communication is key. I think that that's a factor in any relationship. It could be in your marriage, in your relationship with your boyfriend, girlfriend, and your family relationships and every relationship requires open communication. And I think that when opening up the office in the beginning, I did not anticipate it to be so tough at that time in 2018 to find people that would be open-minded towards working remotely. I think that that was probably the biggest challenge, was trying to convince people, quote unquote, that it would be okay and that, it's going to work out. It might take some trial and error on our end, but we will figure it out, and I had this idea that, I talk to friends and family members that are out of state on a regular basis. We keep in communication just fine. Why wouldn't I be able to do that with my employees, or team members? So that's the approach that I took. I just treated it just like I would any other relationship. I didn't want to make a huge fuss out of making all these, boundaries and strict rules and conditions to work in the remote space. I wanted it to remain just as if it was them getting in their car at 8:30 in the morning and being at work by 9, So the only difference between them coming to the physical office and working remotely is that they're not in the office. Mm-hmm. We text, we call each other, we FaceTime each other, we Skype, we Zoom, whatever it takes to keep that communication going. So it's really a team effort to keep each other in the loop of things. And I think that's probably the biggest responsibility that comes with it. The biggest challenge, so to speak, is just getting everybody to really keep checking in with each other, not make assumptions that the other team member knows what you've done. Even in collaborative workspaces, like there are a lot of different technologies out today where remote working is simplified and you can work live on projects collaboratively and see each other's actions as they're actually taking place. Even with that, we still call each other after we're done working on things to clarify that this is what I did, this is what you did. And that's probably the biggest challenge.
Okay, so are you using tools like Slack, for example, for that inside your agency? For that kind of
yeah, we use like Teamwork, and we use G Suite as our platform for our enterprise system. So they have a lot of collaborative apps built into their system. So that's really what we rely on.